These are some of the best barrel-proof options to add to your collection. Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Bourbon Hutch. Thanks so much for joining me on this journey through the world of whiskey. So as I've gone through my whiskey journey, I've certainly come to appreciate barrel strength options quite a bit. You're not always in the mood for something barrel strength, but when you are, when you want something that's full of flavor, gonna punch you in the mouth, high octane, presenting whatever distillery profile at, the most intense. These are some of the best options that I've come across and that I enjoy having in my collection, and I think you will as well. So, put together this list. It's ultimately 7 bourbons that I think are great at barrel strength. So let's talk through the list, and hopefully 1 or 2 stick out to you for you to add to your collection. While we go, would love to hear in the comments what you think of the list and what would go on your own personal list of great barrel strength options. All right, to start us out, we've got a newcomer to the scene that has impressed me since it came out, and that is Green River Foolproof. So this is a barrel strength bourbon. Foolproof can often mean whatever the barrel entry proof was, they water it back down to that. But in this case, I checked and it is barrel strength. It's 117.3 proof, so not super high, but it's super full of flavor. Rich, dark honeys, brown sugars, vanillas for days. Really classic, awesome bourbon on this profile here, and it's just phenomenal for around $50. If this is hitting shelves near you in your area, I think it's pretty much an instant pickup and an instant buy, especially if you're a fan of those high proof barrel strength options. All right, next on our list is again another newer release that since I got the bottle, it has just impressed me more and more with each sip, and that is James E. Pepper Barrel Strength. So this isn't particularly high proof again. I think it's 59.3% alcohol, which I'm doing my math right. That means it's 107.8 proof. Not super high, but ultimately full of flavor. It is rich with white grape, peach, and lots of brown sugar and oak as well. Just a really good bottle, beautiful presentation. And again, if this has started to hit shelves near you or you've seen this for around $65, I think, it's a great buy and one that will add value to any collection at that barrel strength category. Okay, so the next one on our list really ramps it up in terms of proof. We've talked about 2 that are low or mid in terms of barrel strength. Now let's go high octane, and that is Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Proof Bourbon. This stuff is 130.4 proof, my bottle here. They tend to be in that high 120s to low 130s. Whew. Fiery, but in the best way. This has brown sugars. It's like pancakes and syrup note as well, banana, and it's just everything full force, really powerful. So if you really want the high octane stuff for, again, around 65 or $70 and relatively available, this is a great barrel strength offering, and it'll really show you the high octane side of things. If you're looking for really high proof, this is a great bottle to go after. Okay, so moving on, the next is really a 2-for-1 because the same distillery releases these 2 awesome series that just continue to add value to my collection, and I hope they add value to yours. That is Larceny Barrel Proof and Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. I really don't think a list of great barrel strength offerings that are somewhat findable and available would be complete without these 2 on it. Larceny is their wheated profile from Heaven Hill, and it is phenomenal. This is the B523, one of the better batches of the last year, and it is so candy forward, almost like a Snickers bar. Elijah Craig Barrel Proof is often older, more mature whiskey. The age statement did go away, but they continue to pump out some great batches. This is A123, which was a really good batch. Maybe not quite as good as C923, but a really solid whiskey. And for around 12 years old, always in that 125-ish range. It's so full of flavor and pretty much always worth the pickup. Larceny is going to cost you around 60 to 70 bucks, and Elijah Craig's 70 to 80 in most places. This is supposed to be $70 MSRP, and this is supposed to be 60. So the value is there for sure in terms of barrel strength offerings that consistently add a lot of value to any collection. Okay, so the next bottle on the list kind of represents a series as well, but this one in particular is very good, and that is Maker's Mark Barrel Entry Proof. This is a 2023 release in their wood finishing series, but honestly, any of the wood finishing series products that they release, which are barrel strength, typically, I think they're all barrel strength as far as I know, they're just really good. This is 110.7 proof, so Maker's Mark has that lower barrel entry proof, which means it comes out of the barrel at not super high proof, but super full of flavor. And this one is so toasted and rich. They have here lots of wood, sugars, vanilla, caramel, sweet spice. I'd agree with most of that. It definitely represents that sugary, wheated profile from Maker's at barrel strength, which is really enjoyable. Okay, last but not least is one that basically gives you as many options as your heart could desire in terms of barrel strength, all from one distillery, and that is Four Roses Single Barrel Barrel Strength. So 10 different recipes that Four Roses makes, and you can get all of them at barrel strength. And from what I've tasted, they're really, really good. This one in particular is OBSV, probably my personal favorite recipe. It's their standard one that goes into their other single barrels. They're like $45 single barrel that anybody can get, but this one's 10 years old and 4 months and 111.4 proof. So at that strength, it just turns all the flavor dials up for me and is really fantastic whiskey. Those are available for around $90 to $100. The Maker's typically in that like $70 to $80 range as well. So all of these with barrel strength, you got to pay a little bit more than maybe the standard offerings, but hopefully all of these are a good mix of available or at least annual releases that you can get your hands on at that barrel strength option that just add a ton of value and a ton of flavor to your collection. All right, everybody, I think that's going to wrap it up. That's my list. Again, let me know in the comments below what you think of the list and what you would put on your own personal list of great barrel strength options. Is there one I'm missing or one you think I should try relatively soon to add to the collection? Would love to hear that. While you're at it, please hit the like button on this video. That's what gets it out to the most people. And then please consider subscribing to the channel for the rest of 2024 and beyond. Till I see you guys again for another video, all I can say is keep drinking good whiskey, maybe add some barrel strength options to your collection, and cheers.